So I'm sitting in a living room with the bike engine in front of me and looking at this. So you probably can't see this from here, so I'll do a nice little zoom in for you. What's wrong with the end of this throttle cable? It's throttleless, which isn't great. Anyway, earlier on I took the frame out into the garage and stripped it down, so we'll have a look at that. Okay, so we're going to do this the cheap, nasty, dirty way. So here she is, all stripped down, and all the parts are in various places around the garage. If you see over there, there's a nice little engine, and that is a little engine. You can pick that up with one hand. And I got a wheel here. This wheel I've already recoated, stripped it back with some steel wool, and then sprayed some Colgal on it, which is going to stop it from rusting, and looks pretty damn good as well. Better than the rusted heap of shit it was when I started. So the next thing we want to do is get all the crap off this frame. And if you take a look, there's corrosion, and most of this is surface rust. There's nothing serious here. But if you're going to paint it, and I should state there are two ways you can do this. You can strip it back completely. And if you want a really, really, really good paint job, yeah, that's what you want to do. Take it, get it sandblasted. Don't sandblast it yourself unless you've got the right equipment and breathing apparatus and stuff, or you're going to choke to death and die. And get it right back to the steel. And then you want to go over it with some nice enamel spray, preferably with a spray gun and automotive paint. I won't show you that today. I'm going to show you the really cheap, nasty, dirty way of doing things. So what you want to do is get this to a point where the paint's going to stick to it and it's going to be smooth and won't look like trash. So there's a couple ways you can do that. If you want to do it by hand, use some steel wool. Use a glove, don't use your hand. So you can basically do this all over the bike, smooth it off, get rid of all of this crap. I've already done it a fair amount on this bike, so these were coated in rust before, not so much anymore. Use a little breathing mask, not a breathing mask, a face mask when you do this, because you get rust dust going everywhere, which you don't really want to breathe in. If you want to do it a faster way, that will give you a really good result. It takes a while though. If you want to do it a faster way, use one of these. Super cheap. Sell these attachments for around about $3 each in this big bucket of them. I've picked this up, attached it to a battery drill. It's just a wire brush, and then you can essentially go over it and take all that crap off. After a bit of that, you should end up with something that is pretty much ready for painting. The smoother you can get it, the better. You don't want it gloss, chrome smooth, because then the paint's not going to stick to it, but you want it nice and smooth. The next step is you're going to go over this. If you want to stop corrosion in some of these areas at the bottom, put Colgal on it. Probably don't need to use that as undercoating for the rest of it, but it's going to protect these metal areas and stop them from rusting. Then get some nice enamel spray paint. And if you want a good finish, I found I got a very good finish out of this brand anyway. These guys, Moto Spray, Quick Dry Super Enamel. I've also heard of people using things like Rust-Oleum, that's the one. And there's various other ones out there that are pretty good. Yeah, if you do the painting right, you get a really good result. For this one, because we're seeing how cheap and dirty we can be, I've picked up this, which is Le Export piece of shit paint. And I don't know how well this is going to be. This is literally the cheapest spray paint that I could find, and it cost me $3. I have 2 cans of this, so let's see if we can apply the painting techniques I've used before on this crappy paint to the bike and see what it looks like. Full disclosure, I'm not painting this frame green. It's going to be painted with the Colgal because I want to, have a matte black finish and prevent the rust. I am going to be painting all these plastic bits over here. So that should be good. I've got those littered all over the place. So that's going to be the shield and other stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do those. With those, just sand them with, fine grit sandpaper essentially. That will get you to a point where you can paint them. Don't do what I did over here. Where are you? Here we go. You can't see what I'm looking at. There we go. This is just a color test of the green that I'm using. this is a really quick test, as you can see if you look at the light reflecting off that. Yeah, that looks really shit. Also, don't leave a sticker on it because, yep, that was dumb. I'll fix that later. We can fix that with a, I don't know, belt sander or a chainsaw or something. Anyway, those will be the bits that I'll paint. I'll finish off the wheel. My next fun project, which I'll get some video later today, is that thing. The engine has been sitting in a shed for about 30 years, I believe. And you'll see the video of me starting it and all the smoke that came out of it. So, yay! There's not that much to do. The engine works. I'm going to clean it up and put some engine enamel on it, which I'll go through in a later video. So next step is going to be to paint that. Do whatever the hell I have to do with this. I haven't even worked out. There's crap everywhere, spitting oil and garbage, which is great. A sea of garbage coming out of your engine is exactly what you want. And the flywheel is a little bit rusty, but I think it's just surface rust. Hell, I'll find that out soon. So next video should be fun. We're going to take this off and we are going to sandblast everything. And I know I said earlier that I was just going to probably sand that down. I did that with the frame, not doing that with the engine. Going to sandblast that. So till next time.